Nexxlegacy.
All right. This is Charles. I am Brandon Madison of Nexxlegacy Radio, and I have a beautiful guest. Listen, when I listened to this woman, I want to say, it was about a month ago, probably less than that. I was blown away with just the vocal skill, just the energy she created when she was on stage. It was just a vibe to be able to listen to her and appreciate her in her element. And I knew by listening to this woman that I needed to not just reach out, support, acknowledge, and appreciate the talent God gave her, but just to kind of catch up with her vibe and see what the music scene looks like in her eyes and stuff like that. And I want to welcome my girl. You can hit her up on Instagram. You can actually just go ahead and link tree it as well. Linktree/RBYN. ART. My girl. What's good, girl? What's up?
What's good, man? Everything. Everything is good. Everything is up. Everything is good. Everything is up.
How's your energy?
That's my word. Like I said, the energy is good. The energy is up. We on. We on. Hard to turn us off at this point in the game.
All right. I'll feel it. Listen, I gotta tell you, I really, I wasn't expecting it. Like I said, I went to the function. I was, supporting my girl. Shout out to Jay, the songwriter, no doubt.
Shout out to Jay.
Did not know that I was gonna have blessings on blessings that night, right? So it was real. It was a cool moment to experience you and your element. And before we even get into Q&As and all this other stuff, I got to tell you that I really appreciate the energy that came off you that night, because if nobody's not going to say it, I'm going to say it. Like that's all I want out of life is good energy.
Wow.
And people out there just, running the gauntlet, trying to be able to be their best selves and leave a legacy and stuff like that. But I captured that energy and I was blown away. So I got to tell you off top, I appreciate that. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging.
I mean, I think it's evident, clear as day as far as, what's up. R to the B to the Y to the N. I want the people out there, not just on Nexxlegacy, but people that's listening, will be listening all across the globe. Like, listen, how did you get started doing what, in my opinion, is God's gift? When did you start singing?
Mm-hmm. So I think I was about 6 years old. I joined a competition in my music class, and I sang 4 Seasons of Loneliness by Boyz II Men. And this was my first time singing in front of, like, a crowd of people. And so I did it because I knew all the kids, so I was comfortable in front of them. So, I didn't put a lot of pressure on myself. So when I was done, a lot of them came up to me afterward and was like, "Robin, we didn't know you could sing." And I was like, I didn't know either. So I ended up just more so focusing on performing arts and dance and color guard and other things. But I had a secret passion ever since that moment that I got those compliments to, keep working at it on the low. So I would listen to Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, Celine Dion, Shaka Khan, Anita Baker. I would drown myself in whatever albums were around the house. Elton John, just so many different types of influences that I just would obsess over and listen and learn every note, every phrase. And that was really my foundation, was just what I did at home. And it wasn't until I got to college that when I went to audition for backup dancing gigs, they also asked me to sing. So I just kept, getting gigs to sing, and here I am now singing. So, yeah.
Listen,
but I was supposed to be a dancer, so.
Yeah, but look how God works, though. I mean, they had to hear that voice, and that voice is what it is. You can actually do both, and if not more. But let me go back to what you just said. You said 6 years old, right? You said Boyz II Men, Seasons of Loneliness.
Yeah.
Like, how you gonna sing that at 6 years old? Like, what made you decide that's gonna be the song? That's gonna be the song that I'm gonna sing for the people.
Yeah, honestly, I'm thinking maybe I wasn't 6, maybe I was 7. Either way, that's still like a very young age. But I grew up with brothers and sisters. So my brother is 6 years older than me, and I have two sisters that are 2 and 4 years older than me. We're all 2 years apart. So they were, even though they were only 2 years older than me, we were apart like by many years in maturity. So I saw them more as like my parents. And
right.
And they would have that song, and when I heard that song, I said, "Oh, that's the most beautiful song I ever heard in my life." And I listened to it to the point where I knew every part. And so when it came time to do this performance, I already had a song well oiled. So, but it was, I don't know. Maybe it's like a child prodigy thing. I don't know. I just wanted to sound like like, how do you make a voice sound like that? I just wanted to learn.
Listen,
so.
I'm not thinking about nothing like that at 6 or 7 years old. So that had to be something that brought you out of your out of body experience for you to be able to hit that moment and choose that to be able to get that out there to the people. I find that very, very intriguing as far as that goes. And it's wow, okay.
Yeah.
Like, wow, I'm feeling it. So how is it now in 2023? So you captured a little bit of what you're doing, and your journey is what it is. You basically took apart, like, you know what, I've been getting gigs, I've been doing, certain things or whatever. So how you feeling about not just the industry now, but your place in it? And it's crowded. There's a lot of people out there trying to do what you do, but how do you feel about it?
Yeah. I have many feelings. All the time. I'm almost always ready to quit. I'm almost always ready to quit. And I'm a mom. Right. So, I'm trying to be, I have a 7-year-old daughter, and I just cannot fail as a mom. And so that sometimes takes precedence over me being able to go to industry events and do the necessary networking it takes, or take some of the more important gigs in front of the right people. So, it's just been, and then also it took me a long time to believe in myself. I was comfortable doing a cover singing. I'm still comfortable doing cover singing, but I actually have a project out, and that was not the case before. I have a 3-song EP. I wrote all the songs myself. I did all the vocal production. I chose all the tracks this time. I had no team. If I did have a team, it was my production team and my investor, Mint, who is like a local, I guess you would call him a booking agent, because he has a lot of venues in his back pocket, and for a long time, he just was putting my name out there, and I was getting like 3 to 4 gigs a week. So, it was just really helpful to, just have some support with this album. It wouldn't be, without him. So I went along with my parents, and, just me working hard, trying to spend the money to invest and make it work. So I'm still on the very much so bottom end of this. Still, I have the talent and the live performance part down, which is also a big hill to climb for a lot of artists. But I think the thing that keeps me going is the fact that I just can't help but feel like this is my calling. I can't help but feel like this is a part of it anyway. And so when I sing, I know I bring joy. The songs that I've written, surprisingly, people have said, they've really given me perspective about what to do after a breakup. and not to just stay sad, but to do something about it and feed my soul to get back out there and love again. So yeah, and then also people have, encouraged me and let me know that what I have is not only valuable, but it's desirable, and it's something that people want. The music that I have, the tone in my voice, my own artist thumbprint is something is worthy. So, yeah, once I get the branding and the sound and all of that tight and put out there, I know it's just a matter of time before it snowballs. I think that's the biggest missing link, is just getting the engine moving. But on this end, I've made so many connections. I performed so many places in the Bay Area, some places I always dreamed that I never thought I would, like Yoshi's.
Right.
I did that a couple years ago, and I did Black Cat this year. So yeah, eventually I'll be headlining these places, but, one step at a time. Also, I trust God, so my hope is not in this life. My hope is in Christ. Right. It's great for me to succeed and figure it out and do all the right things. Great, but if my soul is not anchored, who cares? It doesn't matter.
Amen to that. R to the B to the Y to the N is my guest on Nexxlegacy Radio, and you said a lot for me to unpack real quick, because I know you said the struggle of just trying to get up and do this when you got real life stuff going on, and it's crowded, so it's kind of like trying to fit into a place that's crowded. Like, where do I go? Who do I talk to? How do I belong? And I know sometimes the struggle could be exactly what it is. And as you get to know me, you're going to see even this radio struggle could be just like that. That's why I kind of feel everything that you saying, because it is. Sometimes you feel lonely. Sometimes you do get the admiration, appreciation, and support. And then sometimes it just goes dark for a minute. And you're trying to figure out, like, wow, like,
why am I still doing this?
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's deep. So I feel that connection, but, even as a parent, like, I get it. Like, I get it. And the support has to come really. Is it true to form, and co-sign this if you want, but that's when you really start to find out, like, you know what? This is a deep passion that I have. I would live for this. I would die for this. But also, my circle's got to be strong. I can't have just anybody around me, right?
Yeah. That's a beast in and of itself, because, it takes some courage to just speak up for yourself. And I mean, I teach yoga. I've been teaching yoga since 2014. And what the practice has taught me was how to be still enough to feel how I feel. Right. And so, sometimes I've had, business relationships that just ended like a year or two longer than it should have, and it caused so much damage to my identity, and it made it hard for me to have the confidence I need to be a singer. So it took some time to just heal from that and just re-identify with, all my hard work and why, I started believing myself in the first place as a singer-songwriter. But yeah, it could get dark. It could get rough when you lose perspective, when you compare yourself and listen to other people instead of, the voice of truth, which is, I designed you to do this. That's why you can. That's why you have the heart to do it. That's why people respond the way they do. These are all signs that, you're on the right track. So,
right.
Like you said, you're right. Having the right people around to remind you of what it is like the key.
Yeah.
Period.
And a lot of people don't come with like yes. Don't tell me yes all the time. Tell me how I need to grow. Tell me what I need to do to grow. Tell me what. That's only encouraging and not discouraging. Like, you can always, lift someone up, but that's easy. But the hard truth of the matter is, I want you to be more than what you are right now. So these are some of the angles that I see that you can be able to be your best self still and keep your identity and keep your energy and be able to level up like that in a different way. So that's why it's super important to be able to hold on to the small circle that you carry. Like, there's a lot of people, and this, RBYN, there's a lot of people we know, but I don't know them like that. Like, but my circle's got to be tight. And you right about business relationships. I had some too that fell off, and maybe, just maybe, that's a reflection of, it didn't work. But that was a step in that journey, so we can be able to clear path, so we can be able to do something else on a different level. But let me talk to you about Buried Treasure, because when I first heard Heartbroken, I was like, yep, that was what I went through. Like, yep, that was me in a nutshell, in a sense, because it really triggered an old, I don't want to go too deep, but an old relationship that really just kind of like was just, it just hit me in a certain way because I felt it. So you got a project out right now that I definitely need people to go and tap into. So you said you started this, invested in this. How has the reception been since it's been out?
It's been surprisingly really, really good. Similar to what you said, you know, people are relating to the lyrics. They like the music, and even performing it, by the end of the song, people were singing along, and this is just like all I could ever want, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's you know, I've had a couple of radio stations play it. I've had radio stations out in Yuba City play it. Oroville has played it. Oroville, the main radio station out there.
All right.
I've had some other local radio stations play it out here in the Bay Area, and yeah, it's been very well received. Whenever I perform it, people are, you know, downloading it and asking about it, and that's only just the 3 songs. So I'm very excited to continue to create and perform at more venues and just do the climb that artists, you know, climb. You know, you gotta have songs, you gotta perform them, you gotta run the circuit, you gotta promote, you know, all the things. So
straight up, and you got Nexxlegacy right in there, playing, spinning it on rotation, and proud of it too. That's how we do.
Thank you.
And it'll be continuous. It'll be forever, ever. Any new music breaking, we breaking it like old school days of like, hey, we're gonna interrupt this program and run this new track because damn it, everybody need to hear it. You know what I mean? That's how we do.
Yeah.
That's how we do. Proud of it. And I think it's important to keep in lockstep with some of these places. And shout out to all the people out there that's willing, and not just that, people out there who will be tapping into the new music of my girl right here, RBYN. And I think it's important for everybody to share the wealth, especially if you know you got talent and you know how deep it is when it comes to just making sure that we get that good marketing, good radio promo, all that stuff. Just make sure that people out there can listen to it. So Buried Treasure is available, Spotify. People can go ahead and check it out. And we're going to tag it, put it on the station, and let it run. But you know, you a songwriter as well, so you know how is that running? When did you start writing, and how this became like, you know, such an important piece of your journey as well as a songwriter?
Yeah, as a songwriter, you know, I've always written, but not like poetry or anything, just straight up songs. Just fascinated with song structure and all of that type of stuff. But, you know, I wrote albums for other people throughout college. I became a vocal producer for local artists. And then after I came home from Asia, I started recording my own stuff. I did like a cover band circuit overseas, but oh my God, I hate to do this. I didn't realize they'd be calling me back. They told me to come back on at 7 p.m. See, this is my life. I'm performing for people. You know, it's hard for me to say no sometimes. This is at least it's for the Army. But
oh yeah, hey, yeah. Duty calls. But
yeah.
Can we do a part 2?
We could absolutely do a part 2, please. I would love that. I would love to finish our conversation because, of course, I have some more to share, some news, some shows coming up on the 12th and the 15th. If there's anybody that's local in the Bay Area and you can make it, I would love for you to come out. But, yes, we absolutely can. We can run it back. So.
I'm looking forward to it. People can follow her on Instagram at RBYNART. My girl, go hit the stage, do your thing, and let's connect. You know, we'll talk offline. But I appreciate you. You are a blessing.
I appreciate you,
and I'm super proud of you. So you know, let's talk soon. All right.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Nexxlegacy.